On a chilling, dark and spooky night, the wind howled through the twisted branches of the ancient forest, carrying with it the promise of whispers from another realm. In the heart of the woods stood an abandoned cabin, its timbers weathered by time and its windows shrouded in darkness. It was here, on this fateful night, that 4 friends, Emma, James, Lily, and Michael, found themselves seeking refuge from the bone-chilling cold. As they huddled around the feeble glow of a flickering candle, James regaled the group with tales of a book he had discovered hidden within the cabin's decaying walls. It was said to contain a collection of stories that could chill even the bravest of souls, tales that spoke of ancient curses, vengeful spirits, and the darkness that lurked in the shadows. Eager for a thrill, the group dared James to retrieve the book from its hiding place, a dusty shelf tucked away in a corner, obscured by the cabin's oppressive gloom. With bated breath, they watched as James gingerly extracted the tome, its cover adorned with ominous symbols that seemed to writhe and twist under the flickering light. As he began to read the first story, the atmosphere in the cabin shifted, the air growing thick with a palpable sense of foreboding. The tale spoke of a young girl, lost in the forest, who had stumbled upon a hidden clearing where the spirits of the past lingered, trapped in an eternal dance of sorrow and regret. The words seemed to seep into the group's consciousness, casting a veil of unease over their once jovial spirits. The cabin creaked and groaned, its ancient timbers protesting against the weight of the stories that unfurled within its walls. Shadows danced along the periphery of their vision, whispering secrets of forgotten tragedies and unspeakable horrors that had stained the forest with a legacy of darkness. As James continued to read, his voice faltered, the words catching in his throat as a chill swept through the room, extinguishing the candle's flame. In the darkness, the group clung to each other, their hearts pounding in rhythm with the relentless whispers that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the cabin itself. Lily gasped as a cold hand grazed her shoulder, the touch sending a wave of icy dread coursing through her veins. In the pitch-black void, she felt a presence, an intangible force that encircled them, its breath a sinister murmur that promised an eternity of suffering and despair. With trembling hands, Emma fumbled for a match, her frantic attempts to relight the candle punctuated by the sound of whispered incantations that seemed to seep from the very earth beneath them. As the flame flickered back to life, the group found themselves face to face with the apparitions of the stories, their ethereal forms swaying in a haunting semblance of life. Michael's scream pierced the air as he beheld the spectre of the young girl from the tale, her eyes brimming with an otherworldly sorrow that threatened to engulf his very soul. The cabin trembled as the spirits converged, their lamentations merging into a cacophony of anguish and rage that reverberated through the night. Desperate to escape the clutches of the haunted cabin, the group clung to each other, their cries drowned out by the relentless wails of the restless dead. With a surge of determination, they made a dash for the door, the apparitions' icy fingers grazing their skin as they fought their way through the swirling maelstrom of shadows and despair. As they stumbled into the clearing outside, the cabin seemed to groan in protest, its ancient form dissolving into the darkness as if it had never existed. Gasping for breath, the group collapsed onto the forest floor, their bodies trembling with the residual echoes of the spectral encounter. They knew that they had stumbled upon something beyond their comprehension, a realm where the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, and the stories whispered in the shadows held a power that transcended the confines of mere fiction. With the first light of dawn, they parted ways, each haunted by the chilling memories of that fateful, dark, and spooky night. where the cabin's tales had become their own harrowing reality.